Hey everybody, Dan here with Fin Feather Fur Outfitters. Today we're looking at the CZ Shadow 2, one of the best of the best. So let's talk about it. The CZ Shadow 2 is regarded as one of the best full-size steel frame 9mm handguns in today's market. This thing is amazing. Now prior to this, the CZ SP01 was the darling in the CZ lineup, but when they came out with the Shadow 2, it replaced it as the best. They now make this optic ready, and I'm sure many of you know of the CZ Shadow 2 Compact, but this is the original full-size Shadow 2. It's called the black and blue model, and it has to do with those blue aluminum grips that are so cool. Very well textured. Many shooters go with G10. I'm sticking with the blue aluminum grips. I think they look super cool, and I love the texturing on it. It has a 4.9-inch barrel with an all-steel frame. So when we talk about recoil, we can't say much with the CZ Shadow 2 because it is minimized in a big way. Loaded with features. So let's get after it. Here we have 17 round magazines, and that grip texturing along with that aluminum grip I spoke about is very nice with the front strap and the back strap, and it offers a undercut there with an extended beaver tail. So when you grip this pistol, your hand sits so high on the handgun. I mentioned the steel frame. It's a bit thick in the forend. It has a one slot Picatinny rail, but when you look at it, it is just one thick piece. Black nitride coated throughout, and an ambidextrous thumb safety. Okay, it's a larger thumb safety paddle on the left side, a little smaller on the right side. It has forward serrations there, and a sight picture that is very nice. Here we have Hajo sights in the rear. They are height adjustable only. That's what Hajo stands for. Height adjustable only, serrated black with a fiber optic front sight. And then when you align that, it just sticks out at you, that orange fiber optic front sight. Now let's talk about the trigger, because this is pretty awesome. The double action trigger pull, you can't help but notice, is one of the smoothest double action triggers. But who shoots double action, single action handguns in double action? Well, if I had to with this, I would without issue, but the single action pull is right at 3.5 pounds with a reset right there. 3.5 pounds. You have to be careful when you're at the range. You don't want to put too much pressure on that as you press that trigger, because it will fire on you. But that's the benefit. You put that sight on target and you press that trigger, you are on target with this full-size all-steel frame handgun. Beautiful looking, and the CZ action that many people have come to know and love is so smooth, and the reliability is there. And many people will compete with the Shadow 2. They say, you know, give me that Shadow 2 because there are few handguns out there that can compete with it in terms of against the Shadow 2. They want to compete with it because of its accuracy. Let me show you how the Shadow 2 disassembles. We'll show clear once again. It has these markings here, about a 1/4 inch away from each other. Much like the CZ75 series, you're going to align those markings, and then on the opposite side, you're going to push that pin through. I'm going to use the help with the base plate of the magazine. Let me see, did I get it there? Yeah. And then we're going to pull that pin out and pull the trigger, and off comes the slide. Full length frame rails. And here we have a uncaptured recoil spring, all steel guide rod, and here is your 4.9-inch barrel. You'll notice that the barrel, top of the barrel, has barrel lugs to fit nice and snug inside the slide. So very little play there. And it has that bottom piece that has to go downward with reassembly. We'll make sure that is in there properly, and it is, and we'll put it back together. The full-length frame rails are nice. The benefit there is it has very little play, if any at all, when it comes to the slide cycling. It just is so accurate and tight. And then just put that back together. What a nice handgun this is. Let's go ahead and get it on the scale. We will show it's a heavy handgun. The unloaded weight with the magazine is 2 pounds, 14 3/4 ounces. We move that to just ounces. We're looking at 46 3/4. Here are 15 rounds, so here are 2 more to make 17 rounds. 53 7/8. How about a self-defense load if you're carrying +1? 54 1/4 ounces with the CZ Shadow 2. If you're looking for a handgun that'll get you on target time and time and time again with a center hold, with those sights aligned, you may consider the Shadow 2. It's an amazing handgun, and now they make them optic ready. You'll notice the top strap has serrations there to cut down on the glare. But if you go with the optic ready model, it's going to be a little more. Now, the MSRP on this is $1,100. Would you believe this was once selling for $1,300? The MSRP dropped with this model, and the higher MSRP are for the optic ready models. So the buyer will have to decide which they want, but if you want a great trigger and an overall great shooting handgun with 17 rounds, check out the Shadow 2. You won't be disappointed, and I love this handgun. Once again, Dan here with Fin Feather Fur Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.